Hey everybody, so I am live for the first time, and I'm going to be finishing up the Lego Haunted House build I have been doing. Appreciate everyone watching the video so far. So this is a really impressive set. I am on bag 13 out of 18. So let's get into it. Guys, will ask me questions. Let me know what you want to know. Anything. There we go. One of the things I like to do when I'm building is for each step, I like to get all the pieces so that way I know I have all of them. I have a tendency to go too fast sometimes, and I'll be a couple pages down in the instruction manual. I'm like, oh, where's that piece? And I'll have to go back a few pages and actually get it. Hello, Halo. How are you doing? So kind of in the description I put that I have worked in haunted houses since I was about 19, and I am currently 42. Correct, I am 41. Ooh, do not want to make myself older before I need to. So, I worked my first one, originally from Minnesota, so I worked my first one with actually a police department up there that did it as a fundraiser for the DARE program, if anyone remembers what the DARE program was. started out as a good idea, and then it just quickly I went downhill from there. It taught more people kind of how to do drugs than it did to prevent them from getting on drugs. So anyway, so they did it. It was developed by a gentleman that worked for the sheriff's department. It started in his garage, actually, and it just grew so much that from his garage to his backyard and all that, that he had to find another place to do it. And so he thought, hey, what better idea than to use this as a fundraiser? So they were short somebody. They asked me how to do it because I was over the age of 18. And that's where it started. I enjoy going to haunted houses. However, I look at them now and be like, oh, yeah, that's where I would hide, or somebody should really be there hiding. So I critique them a little bit, and so I always make. Sometimes my wife will go with me, but usually not. So usually end up going with my daughter, and if her friends want to go. And I always make them go first because I like to laugh at them at how scared they're getting, and they always try to make me go first, but I never go first. I'm good, Halo. How are you doing? How's your weekend so far? Hope everyone is actually having a really good weekend. I had a rare day off from the gym, so I helped my boss move his Peloton treadmill, which was extremely, extremely heavy. And there was 4 of us that moved it, and it still was super heavy. So if you guys ever get a Peloton treadmill or anything like that, then it's going to be a pain in the butt if you ever move it. But I know a lot of people have them and say they're great. I just can't. Even the bikes. I love riding bicycles, but I don't get a good enough ride from a stationary bike. So I've never owned several stationary bikes, but have never truly enjoyed them because, like I said, I love riding on the road and just the different just seeing different things, feeling the actual wind at you, even if it's a headwind and it's slowing you down tremendously. It's still better than riding in a garage or in a gym, anything like that. See somebody new jumped on. Welcome. So this is my first YouTube live session. So I've done Instagram live before, but not YouTube. So I'm trying it out. I'm sure as I do it more, I know it'll get better. So please, everyone, bear with me. Or if you do YouTube live and you have any suggestions or anything, or feel free to let me know. I'm always open to suggestions about from anybody that has been doing it a lot longer than me. Comes a little light up. Kind of like the light up brick from Hagrid's hut from the Harry Potter line. So if you hear an animal in the background, that is my bulldog Bella. When she doesn't get her way, she likes to whine and imitate a turkey. It's super weird, but it's really annoying at 2 o'clock in the morning. And all you really want to do is sleep, like a normal person. But she needs biscuits for the 800th time. So usually we keep some by our bed, and we will give her a biscuit. Alright, that was a pain in the butt to get in, but it is in. Okay. That was my wife running out the door real quick. So that she wants to be on YouTube Live. And there she is. Hey, Bella. Alright, and that was day 13. Oh, those. what's everybody doing this weekend? Good weather where everyone's at? Here in North Carolina, it is a beautiful, beautiful day. It's got a nice breeze, a little bit of sun is out, but not too much where you don't want to be outside. So the window pieces, also what I like to do is I like to get all the window pieces together. All these little clear inserts. I like to get all of those together and get the frames and just do all of them together because you know that you're going to have to do them all at some point. So if you do them all in the beginning, when they're all done, you can set them aside. And that's can help speed up your build a little bit. Help you make sure that you have all the pieces you need for Windows. And it's just quick and easy to do. So this one you need for this build. There's some times where you need 2 each of the smalls and then 2 each of the big ones. Or I think the most that I needed in one step was 4 of each. So the fact that I had all these done already right after I opened the bag made it a little bit easier when I got to that step. What sets is everyone looking forward to that are going to be coming out soon or that are already out? I know a big one was the R2-D2. For me, personally, I am looking forward to the Harry Potter sets. I am a huge Harry Potter fan. I have seen all the movies, and usually on the weekends here in the States, they always play marathons of them, so I will watch them. And my son will ask me, Dad, how many times are you going to watch the Harry Potter movies? And I say, as many times as they are on. It's hard to believe that Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone, depending on what part of the world you live in, was released 20 years ago already this year. A lot of the first wave sets that are coming out for Harry Potter are 20th anniversary sets. I was actually reading something on jp'sbricks.com that there's a plastic shortage in the EU and North America, so it could delay them out to August, which would be a bummer because we have a Lego store about 2.5 hours away in Raleigh, North Carolina. That June 1st, I had already told my wife that I was going to be going to the store so I could pick up the Harry Potter Lego sets that I had not pre-ordered. Here in the States, I know it's different for every region. They released the buildable characters, the chess set, and the buildable box for pre-order. So I have those ones on pre-order. I'm really actually looking forward to the Fox set is going to be more along the lines of Hedwig, because I just built a couple weeks ago. And that was fun and a very fun build. I might start messing with trying to figure out how to motorize it. I know there's a ton of videos out there on YouTube on how to motorize it, so I might work with that before the box set comes out, just so I can hopefully have it down and I can motorize both of them. I like the spin crank on the Hedwig, but I've seen the videos of people motorizing them, and I think it looks amazing. I'm not going to go too. Watch some videos where the people like really go in depth with disassembling it and then reassembling it with the motorized parts. I'm not going to go that in depth with it. Just a basic motor on the back. Just the basic system that I can do in the back just to motorize it. And also, speaking of new sets, they just inadvertently over in a Lego store in England, they accidentally put out some of the new Avenger sets. So those ones worldwide come out June 1st, but for us in the States, they don't come out till August 1st, which stinks because, again, if I'm going to go to the Lego store on June 1st, I would like to get all those sets. So I am really looking, I really want that Thanos' glove. I think that's neat. It's kind of along the lines of the helmet series. Just the only one of those that I've done is the Mickey Mouse, because I am a huge Mickey Mouse fan. I want to do the Darth Vader one, and I probably will do it at some point. But I have to buy 3 of them because I want to do the big, giant mosaic that you can do when combining 3 of those. And of course, they did release more instructions and more designs for the Harry Potter mosaic, Mickey Mouse mosaic. So half my extra pieces for my Mickey Mouse. So I may do that, but then I may not. Well, one single square. But it just turns out I can't count. Hey everybody, if you are just joining us, I am finishing up the Lego Haunted House from last year. This is in the bags 13 through 18. Hey Brickapix, how are you? Oh, what time is it in the UK? Oh wow. Yeah, so you guys are about 5 hours ahead of where I'm at. I'm in North Carolina in the US. And it's 7:35 here. Okay. Yeah, I forget that other parts of the world do we call it daylight savings time here in the US. I've been on the bag 15 now. Time. Hold on. Bunch more window pieces in here. So we'll knock those ones out first. So I'm active duty military in the U.S. Navy. Have been for about 19 years. I will retire in the military. Everyone says, oh, it's not like you're counting. I will retire in about 17 months. So I've been numerous places where we haven't done it. So I always get confused on who does it, who doesn't do it, when we do it, and all that. The only way I remember which one we do for the longest time growing up, I could not remember if we went backwards or forwards. And then somebody said, oh, you spring forward and fall back. So that's how I know it for whenever I hear the radio station or TV talking about it, then I know, oh, that's the one we're going to do. So it's so nice with technology that you can just turn on that setting on your phone, and your watch, in your car, and it will automatically change for you, so you don't have to do that. I was in 2015 to 2018. I was stationed in the Kingdom of Bahrain over in the Middle East, right off the small country off the coast of Saudi Arabia, and it's connected by a bridge. Well, Bahrain doesn't do daylight savings time, so I had got up for work one day, and I knew it was coming up because the base had been telling us about it. And I thought I was late, and so I texted my supervisor, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna be late. I just woke up." He's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "The clock, they changed." He's like, "We don't do that here, man." I was like, "Oh." So that day I was like 2 hours early for work. Oh, okay. Yeah, it does make it super simple, Bricks. I don't think I would ever remember which one was which if I hadn't heard that. So is everything kind of getting back to normal over there, Bricks, after the passing of Prince Philip? It was. I actually recorded it on Hulu and watched it later, and it was a very, very nice ceremony. So me and my wife, we watched The Crown, and I know that TV drama and all that stuff, and there's not probably a whole lot of historically accurate stuff that goes on with that, but just watching different documentaries on Netflix and stuff, it seemed like Prince Philip was really just a very, very simple individual, and he would not have wanted a big fuss about him. Obviously, I am not from the UK, so I don't know 100%, but that just seemed like who he was. So that makes sense. I have been doing that as well. For my funeral, because really it takes a lot of stress off the family. They just are going through their worst moments of their life after losing a loved one, and then they have to turn around and plan a funeral. So I think I like the idea of planning your own funeral. I can't imagine the Queen like losing her partner of 73 years and then immediately having to turn around and even contemplate, like, okay, this is who's going to be attending, this is who's not going to be attending, this is what he wants, this is what he doesn't want. I did like that Harry went to the funeral. I know he was close with his grandfather, and so even given everything that has taken place, I'm just glad that he was able to attend. Yeah, I agree. I think most people don't like to think about it. I just don't. My wife sometimes says she wishes I was more serious sometimes. I don't like to be serious because it's to sound weird, but it's just life. It's people live, people die. Just a natural progression. So I want mine to be filled with laughter, and I have told her that from being in the military, I'm agreed. I think it would have been very frowned upon if Harry had not attended. I know Megan is pregnant, but I'm glad. I'm also glad that it was just Harry that went. It gave him and his family that time to reconnect after, that interview, and so I think it would have been maybe a lot different there if he hadn't attended alone. But yeah, so my final send off. So being in the military, we're never usually late. So I don't like being late to places. Usually super, super early to most everything and everywhere. So I want my funeral to start at one time and me to be brought in like 5 minutes later. Just so someone in the crowd would say, was he really late to his own funeral? I think that would be a very funny moment. Obviously, one that I am not going to be enjoying. But still, I think doesn't need to be a sad event. It makes me chuckle, and other people not so much. They're like, "What? Why would you want to do that? This is a time for your family to mourn, not to be funny or anything like that." I'm like, already dead. So my daughter's grandmother is a mortician, and I want to be buried. I want to be placed in the casket backwards, like so where the feet normally are. I want the head to be, and vice versa. She's like, as a mortician, I would never do that. That's not even funny. That's not the proper thing to do. It's like last time I checked, there's not rules for a funeral. The person dies, you have a funeral. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. And if that's the person's last wishes, why would someone not respect those wishes? You can kind of look at it as it's just like a wedding. You usually get to do, you get certain things, that you do at the wedding? So why can't you have certain things at your funeral? That's just my weird way of looking at things. I know not everyone shares my different sense of humor, but that's okay. The people that matter to me most understand it, and that's really all that matters. That's strange because everyone seems to say, especially for like the military um, cemeteries, they keep saying over here that places are running out of space. So it's kind of weird that you would. That makes sense. So don't get angry, Bricks, but the UK, that's not part. I know the Queen rules the UK, but it's a certain part of England, correct? Or a certain part of that region. Thank goodness for the extra pieces in the bag. Hello, family. The turkey is now. Yeah, it's pretty much the same way it is here with the president. It's Congress and the Senate that have all the power, and the president's just that person that everyone associates with being the leader of the free world. Yeah, Briggs, it's fully built. It is 26.5 inches tall. Or, look at the box real quick. 68 centimeters high, 26.5 inches tall, and 25 centimeters wide, or 10 inches wide. It's I'm gonna eventually it'll end up next to, I'm sure, my Cinderella's castle. And I'm interested to see how tall it is compared to that set. So now on bag 16, which looks like it's gonna make up the partially make up the chain that controls the drop card. I looked into it and talking about the drop card, that's mainly where a lot of people had bad reviews about it, was that the chain system wasn't very good and that the chains come apart very easily. And that's part of the reason why some people, you can motorize this if you want to. And a lot of people, I guess, choose not to because the motor doesn't hold up the chain doesn't hold up very well with the motor. There's a lot of slack, it's real jerky. So I've seen some videos that talk about fixes for it, taking out a couple of the chains and whatnot. So I will see for myself in a couple bags what all the fuss is about and see if it's accurate or if it's not. Well, the Disney Castle is, so they're probably about the same height. The haunted house is 68 centimeters tall. I have a mock that I started and just can't seem to get the certain pieces lined up to actually make the Disney Castle taller. So I'm hoping to actually complete that. It's on my shelf where it's going to be. So very, very big. Great. So you have the Disneyland train as well. That's another neat set. That one actually comes powered, motorized, and it's actually just through a app on your phone. It's really neat and build. I actually have it around my Disney Castle in my other room. So it just has the clearance to go around. The castle without hitting anything. I had to take two of the straight tracks out to make it work. So it's just a round track. What's your favorite Harry Potter set? Oh, I will definitely check out your video for sure. I have not motorized my Harry Potter train yet. I have I think the first edition and the latest edition. Someday I'm going to own the actual motorized one. I'm on a goal to collect all the older Harry Potter sets. I can see that since you motorized it, yeah. I would have to, if I absolutely had to choose one, it would probably be the Ships of Dumbstrang. Got that out of a bucket off Facebook Marketplace. And the whole bucket, that was the reason why I bought the bucket, because I saw the shell of the ship. And the whole bucket was 45 US dollars. And it ended up giving me the Ships of Dumbstrang, Rescue of the Merpeople, Sirius Black's Escape, the Dueling Club, a couple Star Wars, the second edition of Hogwarts that I just had to order some parts to be able to do them. So I just finally got the parts, the rest of the parts in for the Hogwarts castle. So that will probably be my next build. Yeah, I was really surprised, and the great part is that they had the minifigures. So the Rescue of the Merpeople had um, the Shark Victor Crumb. I did have to order a new head because that head was cracked. But the ship, it's not the target, it's not the exclusive one that came with like 6 minifigures, just the second. It's the one that came with 2 minifigures, but no instructions and no boxes, but these are going to be staying in my personal collection. So I don't necessarily need it. And with being able to get directions off of the interweb, didn't really see the need to hold them up for that. Very nice. I like hearing about other people's Lego hauls. Definitely put that on the wrong side. There we go. Oh, it's okay. I knew what you meant. And I am a terrible speller. So thankfully Word can correct my spelling a lot for me. Otherwise, I would probably be I'm really bad at spelling, but without autocorrect or spell check, I would be even worse. And of course, I'm missing steps. I'm looking in my bag. Did I miss this step? Or I messed up somewhere? So, there's that. Okay. Whew, that's a big relief. I was thinking I missed some steps. Maybe even interpreting the directions wrong, I guess you could say. There we go. Now, turn over this and check this. Only for a few minutes. Oh, I want that set so bad. Even the Lego store closest to us is sold out of it. And it's frustrating, but I did not want to. I wasn't. I braved the storm for the Ulysses probe from the space series. I wasn't even about to try it. And wait up for the R2 set. So now I'm putting the chain links as the links together, and I have to do 75 and then connect them. So maybe quiet for a few minutes while I put these together. Sorry. That's good, Brick. You guys' store just opened. All the UK Lego stores just opened back up recently, like in the last month and a half, right? That's awesome. I'm glad things are starting to return to normal, I guess you could say. Well, I have the first 90 of these done. So I have to put 75 together and then connect them. So I'm doing them in sets of 10, and then I'll connect them from there. That way I can keep track of how many I've done. It looks like little tracks. Let's see if I can get a better picture for you, Brick. Yeah, it looks like if Lego were to make like a M1 Abrams tank, it looks like this would almost be the track for it that they would use. mistakes you make when you think you're almost done with these things, but you find another file. Good time with YouTube Bricks. I will definitely check out your channel after I get done here. Have a good one. Look forward to chatting with you in the future. Good night to you as well. So if you haven't already heard me say, what I'm building is the final 6 bags of the Lego Haunted House set. On the bag 17. Trying to get this track attached. A little more difficult than I thought it was going to be. So, okay. Well, it's at least partially connecting together. Okay, that's much better. Goes back there. Now, back to base. What do you keep plugging in? Oh. Yes. You throw it away. Who stole your cord? Who was that? I think my wife was trying to blame me for stealing her phone charger. It's just not the truth. Thank you. I'm trying to be very serious right now. Oh, hello, Lucas. Lucas be throwing them diamonds up.
Are you almost done with it?
I have one bag left. How piece in the middle of this build just falls. And then, last bag. Alright, well that's it. Hey Halo. There it is. Fully completed, all 26.5 inches tall. A little light, you will see it, but lights up. Well, thanks everyone for checking out my live stream. I might be doing another one this weekend, see what the plans are, but make sure you check out and subscribe and hit the notification button on my channel and check out my other videos. Have a good night.